Hello guys, this is Amit again, and let us see today what all we have achieved in the second sprint. Today is the demo for the second sprint. So it is around quarter to 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. I'm from Pune, by the way. So here, let me just show you what all I have developed. This is the app, and by default you will land on this particular page wherein you see all the lessons. Okay, uh, I'm calling them lessons at the moment because I'm an online tutor, right? So I make lessons and they have various steps for execution. Okay, so I call them as lessons and they will have different steps. So at the moment these are all the lessons, and let me go to any lesson for you. Let us go to JavaScript. So here you see that particular JavaScript lesson, and then there's a back button, there's a share button, etc. Share button functionality is not implemented yet. On the upload button click, what you will do is you will be able to make that lesson. So let me make a lesson for you over here. Let us call it as um, which lesson? Let's say ionic lesson. Okay, and here I'm just giving some tag just like you give in YouTube. So I'm giving ionic. These will be comma separated tags, so I can give interview, etc. Then this is markdown. So here whatever you write, it will get uh, displayed in the preview, and the same will be displayed in your lesson. This is actually your lesson. Okay, uh, but it is in markdown. So what is markdown? Markdown is a language just like HTML, and whatever you write over here, you can just give a hash over here, let us say, and that will become a header. Okay, if you give two hashes, then it will become a header number 2, means h2. So it will be as good as h2 tag. Okay, now instead of this, if you just write here star, let us say I'm giving here star, and here also I'm giving star. So notice that it will be shown in italics. Then if you give 2 stars, then it will be shown in bold. Okay, so this is what is markdown is very important, because see, in YouTube the description that you give is in plain text. I have tried a lot to beautify it, but after all it's plain text, so you cannot beautify it beyond an extent. But here in markdown you can do a lot more than what you can do on YouTube. To tell you what is markdown, I'll also give you a couple of examples here. uh, the same thing that we have developed over here, let me just save it and give you a demo. So I've just saved it, and this is that ionic, and this is my lesson. Okay, now this same lesson will be available on my website. Now as soon as I hit save, then I come back to this lessons page wherein I see the list of all the lessons, and if I scroll to ionic, then I can just click on this and I see that particular lesson. So this is how your lesson will look. So whatever you see in the preview, same thing you will see in actual lesson. Now this lesson you can share it with your friends using the share button, or means I can add more functionality to it. So when you click on share, you'll be able to see various platforms on which you can share it, or just give a link over there that you can copy and paste it over Twitter, Facebook, whichever platform you want. Okay, now let us go back. So this is how my website looks, and let us go down. This is my ionic uh, lesson that I just created. So I created it on the mobile. You are able to see it on the uh, website as well. If I create one on the website, you'll be able to see it on your mobile as well, because it rests in the cloud. So this is something called as Firebase. In Firebase, I'm using the database feature. These are all the lessons that I have created, and let me refresh the page so that I can see ionic lesson also. So I think, yeah, here it is. The first one was in bold and the other was just like that. Okay, so this is markdown. So it is just a string, guys. Okay, now imagine what all you can do with markdown. uh, in markdown you can do things like let me show it to you in action. This is my YouTube page. Let us say this is my last sprint's demo video. Okay, So let me share it, and let me just copy this guy. Okay, and now I can just show it like this in the markdown. So let me go to my website, and let me just create another lesson, and in this lesson I'm typing this, but here instead of giving this particular video, I will give my video, which is this. Okay, okay, so what is happening, I'll tell you. See, this is basically saying what, that for the image, for image, if this image is not available, then you can write some text over here, uh, and if it is available, then this particular image is shown. So which is this image? See, when you go to img.youtube.in, and you give your particular YouTube's video link, and after that you say 0.jpg, then it is the thumbnail that you have uploaded. So let me show it to you in action. uh, if I just paste it over here, see, this is my thumbnail. This is not a video, this is my thumbnail. Okay, so first of all it is showing that, and then this entire thing is in a bracket. That means this is what you will see, and when you click on this, then this video will start playing. So now when I click on this, then this video starts playing. And this is not the end of it. You can do a lot many other things in markdown. Like, let us say I've just created another lesson, and here, see, if you write anything which is starting from HTTPS or something like that, then it is treated as a hyperlink. But if you write something in bracket and then follow it by parenthesis, then this is considered to be a hyperlink. So this is the link, and this is the text. Okay, so this is your hyperlink, and then this again becomes your text, and then this again becomes your hyperlink. Okay, so it's hyperlink within a hyperlink. So if you just copy this and paste it over here, this is what you will see. When you click on this, then it will open your YouTube video. So all these things you can actually do over here. But then what I want is, I just want to embed an actual video just as it is, and I want to play it right over there. So for that, I think what you can do is, I think there should be something like video tag. So I'll think about it, how we can do it in markdown. But I really feel very promising about markdown technology, and we need it, because on YouTube, your descriptions are pretty lame, if I may say. You cannot beautify them. You cannot put them together properly so that it's easy to read, easy to comprehend. So it's plain text, and this is what I don't want. I want it to be a markdown, and at least in my app I'm going to give a markdown feature. And how will your lesson be? So this is now your lesson. So let me just give it some name, video, and let's say #v. I'm just saving it, and it will get saved somewhere. Okay, now when I click on this, then that YouTube,
the Audi R8 is the super.
I didn't really want that, so let me go back to my mobile and show it to you. So here, if I just click on it, then it will open the YouTube. So I don't want that feature. What I want is, I want an inbuilt video, and around that you will write your text. Then now step number one, you need to set up your machine, and to know how to set up your machine, see my video. This is how it will be. So within one lesson, you should be having multiple steps. So here I'm giving you preview and markdown, but later on it will just be replaced by one button saying add steps. So add step. So when you click on it, then one step will get added. In that one step, you will get a preview and a markdown for that particular step, and a title for that step. Okay, so this is what I will develop in the coming sprints. So this is what I want. Finally, your lesson will have title, tags, and then multiple steps. And then when you see that particular lesson, let's say I see this CSS lesson, and there are multiple steps over here. Every step will be shown in let's say a card, and that card will be having a means when you click on that card, then it should either be checked that yes, this step is done, or it should turn into green or something like that. Visual indication should be there that, see, I have read this step. so that you can also see there will be many steps. If it's going to be a tutorial lesson, then it's going to be having a lot of steps. Let us say at least 10 steps. So and you won't be executing all of those 10 steps in one go, right? You have a lot of other work also. So you may do one or two steps, and then you can leave the app as it is. But how will you remember that I've completed till two steps? So those two steps should be marked somehow. So I'll again work on it on the upcoming sprints. So in this sprint, all that I really achieved is creating this app. I've even published it on Play Store, but it does take 1 or 2 days to reflect. And then hosting this website, this is what I did in the last sprint also. So that is not this sprint's effort, but I'll tell you, Firebase I had not used at that time, and I'm using it, and that is why there's a seamless experience. You have website as well as the app, and they are already synced. So uh, for this I needed something on the cloud. The database should be on the cloud, of course. So for cloud database, I saw a lot of technologies. I saw how can I write something like, okay, some service maybe in C sharp or JavaScript, and then maybe host it somewhere. Then if I use C sharp, then there should be entity framework. If I use Java, then there should be something else, Hibernate, something like that. So that was very painstaking, and my app does not even require such a big database. So I felt lazy, and so I went for software as a backend, and the best software as a backend is or service as a backend is this Firebase, because Firebase gives you a lot of other features. See, let me tell you what all features it gives you. It gives you authentication, database, storage, hosting, functions. Functions means these are Firebase functions. So maybe you can Google about it. Machine learning, yeah, I'm not even going to use machine learning because that is the whole point why I'm making this app, that it should not profile you. So machine learning I won't be using, but at least this database and hosting, these are two things that I need to use. And instead of coding it myself, it's better to use something which is already there. And my experience with Firebase was amazing. I could develop that like within a day, hardly within a day. I think only Saturday was required for this, and it was amazing, man. Even the community that Firebase has is awesome. Community that Ionic has is awesome, and that is why I'm using Ionic, Angular, and Firebase, because these are all the technologies that have very, very strong community base. So if you get stuck anywhere, you have a hell lot of videos and a lot of tutorials. Many people have made complete channels just for the tutorials on Ionic, let's say, or Firebase or something like that. So and there's a lot of material that you get online, and even Stack Overflow has a lot of queries on these all topics, and that is why I do not want to take any risk, and I went with those technologies which are very well followed in the world. So these are the three technologies that many people do use nowadays. So that's why I chose these particular technologies. So that's what I developed in this particular sprint. This was a demo. Do let me know what all other features you want in the application as it is being developed. So this was the end of second sprint. We have 6 more sprints to go, guys. So please do let me know uh, before the Teachers Day. That means 5th September 2020. We need to have this full-blown application and website in competition with YouTube. So do let me know what all other things you want. Of course, the share button, most of you must be saying I should be implementing share feature. Of course, I'll be implementing that. Maybe I'm even thinking of bookmark functionality, that there should be bookmarks. If you don't want to go through all of the lessons, but you search a couple of them and you just bookmark them, then whenever you find time, go through your own bookmarks and find your lesson. So that will be a great feature, I believe, and I'll work on it. So steps, then sharing, and bookmark. These are three functionalities at the moment in front of me, so I can plan the next sprint. So that is all, and do let me know in the comment section what you feel about my application, what all you think I should do more correctly. If you see that there's a mistake that I'm doing, if you are a developer and if you want to suggest something, then please feel free to suggest me things. So until next time, Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.